Greetings, our dear listeners from around the world. Thank you so much for joining us to discuss issues surrounding global warming here on the VSI Podcast. I'm your host, Joyce. To discuss global warming, I'm joined by Patience. In case you are wondering who she is, well, why don't we find out from her?
Patience is a multi-talented, brilliant young lady. She's flexible. I am very easy to approach and always achieve what I put my mind to.
What is an environmental concern that is so close to you?
Waste disposal is the environmental concern that is close to my heart. Why waste disposal? If the waste is not properly taken care of or disposed of in the correct way, it is going to affect the environment in the sense that others actually burn this waste just alongside the roads or even in the middle of the roads. So it affects the air, which is called air pollution when these things are burned. When the waste goes in the drainages, they're going to pollute the water and there are going to be a lot of blockages in the drainage systems. Now this waste disposal in the roads is also going to affect our kids, our children that are playing around the environment.
Well, that's amazing, Patience. I'm tempted to ask, what is global warming?
Global warming is the abnormal rapid increase in the Earth's average surface temperature over the past century, primarily due to the greenhouse gases released as people burn fossil fuels. And obviously, temperatures are certain to go up.
In your own understanding, what is carbon footprint and how can it be reduced?
Carbon footprint is the amount of carbon dioxide that is released into the atmosphere due to the activities that are done by one person or a community or an organization. Now we can reduce carbon print by planting a garden because plants absorb the carbon dioxide. They use the carbon dioxide. We can also reduce carbon print by drying our clothes. We can also reduce it by driving less because there will be less carbon that is going into the atmosphere.
As Miss First of Nature finalist, what advice would you have for our listeners today?
I have a lot of advice that I can give to the listeners out there, but to mention just a few, I would advise everyone to stop waste disposal. We need to dispose of waste in a correct way. In that way, we will not pollute the community or our environment, because the environment needs to be sustained and it cannot be sustained by itself. We as the people need to take care of it because it is where we live and it is also going to help us in our daily lives.
Thank you so much for joining us, Patience, and our listeners. As you have heard, it's so important that we reduce or rather stop waste disposal. Make sure that even at home, you take simple steps just to make sure that our environment is clean. Remember, Mother Earth is the only home that we have. Thank you so much. Do join us next time.